please?
Hi, I'm Joanne from Gary, Indiana.
Thank you. I'm Linda Lanskin from Chicago area. Thank you. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bridge from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Thank you. Hi, this is Karen calling from Indiana.
And hello, this is Will Gatlin, the Gat Tea man. How's everyone?
Great.
Very great.
Great. Awesome. I know all of you are familiar with our website, but make sure you go to www.gatteaworld.com and you put that all together, gatteaworld.com. I'll give you that information and phone numbers later. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you the creator of Gat Tea. He's an entrepreneur out of the Chicagoland area. His most recent business venture got him branded as the snack man to the stars. That's where he served as a chef for movie sets all over the country. And then he used the knowledge of the herbs he had from cooking to create a tea that literally saved the life of his child. And he did that about 6 years ago. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Will Gatlin.
Wow, wow, wow. I say that sincerely because with an introduction like that, I feel like Steve Harvey just brought me out. I'm like, okay, I hope I can live up to this one now. Well, I'm sure we can because we're helping save lives. And when you do that, you can live up because you're in God's world. But Gat Tea is wonderful to me, and it has been. So I give myself and my desire to share this wonderful herbal mix. It's simple. It's really so simple that I tell everyone that I did not create this. God is using me. So with all of that, I share this with everyone of walks of life to share with their family members and especially the children about Gat Tea. Um, Gat Tea, as she said, was created for my daughter 6 years ago from stress, and stress makes you sick to your stomach. When you get sick to your stomach, you become irritable, easily angered, very short patient. Now, our kids are growing up in a society where you and I really could. I mean, I'm of y'all might feel like I'm getting on y'all, but you and I shut down everything our parents really taught us and took on our own beliefs through our education. And our father really sincerely, we all know what it means to be called a educated fool. Um, don't give away what your mother, your grandmother, your great grandmother taught you. Keep yourself regulated. Don't let yourself get stopped up. These principles, until I started investigating what that really meant to my family, what did that really mean to my brothers and sisters, and what does that really mean to my daughter and my son, is the mind runs off the stomach. And when you put things into that body and you absorb it into nutrition, you're feeding nutrition to your brain, or either you're feeding toxicities to your brain. And when you let them build up on your stomach, it's called colic. The baby gets chaotically crazy, screaming and yelling when it's colic. Imagine a grown up or an 8-year old in a classroom and you got 32 of them and they're all bloated and the teacher's bloated. What we have is chaos here, and we have to take a step back because we didn't regulate our children. That's basically what I'm saying. We need to go in back and take a step back, regulate our children, or either teach them about regulation, and we start by regulating ourselves. If you're bloated, then you're colic. If you're colic, then you have characteristics. You'll eat and get tired. You'll sleep and wake up tired. You'll become irritable, easily angered, very short patient. You'll have the dark neck, the darkness under the eyes, and a two-tone face. You start to grow in what we call inflammation, what y'all call fat. Inflammation to me means you're not burning calories. That means you eat and get tired all of the time. And a lot of us have them symptoms. But I'm going to give it back to Zoe. I think that introduction just is all about what we're about.
That's great. Thank you, Mr. Gatlin. And we do have a couple of testimonials on the line. One of them will be Karen, and the first one is Brenda. She's probably been the most recent one to start using the tea. Brenda, can you share with us your experience of using the tea and why you even started to use it?
Well, it's actually been 2 weeks now that I've been using it, and I started because I
had lost some weight, but I still had a lot of bloating in my stomach,
Okay.
and I wasn't feeling extremely comfortable, and I was kind of at a plateau too. Going through menopause as well, and feeling a little stressed with that, and some other things going with my hormones. I didn't feel as healthy as I knew I could,
Mhm.
and I started the tea 2 weeks ago, and it was unbelievable. The first 24 hours, I felt different.
Wow.
I thought it was a hoax, really. And I said, well, let me try it another day. I had more energy, and I've always had a lot of energy. I had even more energy. I was resting better.
Mhm.
My stomach was feeling a lot better. It was calming. Even my nerves were calmer.
Okay.
And within the first week, I dropped 2.5 pounds.
Wow.
And the second week, I dropped another pound. So in 2 weeks, I've dropped 3 pounds, which is a lot for me.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and so it even controlled my desire for sugar, which was the oddest thing because I do have a strong desire for that. But within the first 24 hours, I really didn't even want it.
Wow. Well.
So it really, it was, I mean, I just felt it immediately. And so now I definitely have to drink it. I drink it every day.
Okay. Well, that's wonderful. I would like to comment on what has happened to you. Give me your name again.
Brenda.
Brenda. Okay, Brenda. Wow, Brenda. Where do you live?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Okay, Brenda from Pittsburgh. What has happened to you is what you got to share with the world. You were on a sugar high because sugar is the last thing that breaks down in your digestive system, and you had some toxicities holding on your stomach wall, which is basically sugar based. It could have been flour, it could have been fructose corn syrup, it could have been whatever it was. But and then constipation. Did you notice your bowel movement was much more, not just more, but fuller?
Yes.
It seemed like more was coming out when you did have the bowel movements. Yeah. So what was going on is the constipation of old food that was on there. You may not have noticed it, but the extra bloating houses sugar in it, which is the same thing that happens to diabetics. They become a diabetic, they change their diet, but the sugar level don't change. It's kind of like
okay.
it's kind of like the concept of I put gas in my car, I give it to my kid, he goes and puts diesel fuel in it. It doesn't run off diesel. He brings it back home. Do I tell him to put gas on top of the diesel, or do I tell him to clean the diesel out and then put gas in? You know what?
Yeah, clean the diesel out.
Yeah. So what the diabetic should do probably is clean out what made me sick and then start over, right?
Right.
But what most people do is just start over.